script writers, movie writers, short poem writers. Anybody who's writing, we want you on the show. And we're international. People are watching us from all over the world today. And by the way, look at this. Dojo, guess what it is? It's a movie. Short film, Dojo. Not only do we have the poster here, we actually have the author, the actor, the executive producer of Dojo is here. Jon Paul, welcome, Jon Paul.
Hi everyone. Thanks, Mike.
Tell our viewers where you are right now.
I'm currently in Miami, Florida.
Now, by the way, you're the executive producer, the writer, the actor, the martial artist. I guess this is a martial arts film. Tell us about the film.
Yeah. So I wrote the film. I acted in the film, and then I produced it at the same time. So it is a martial arts film, but it's a crime thriller film as well. So there's a fictional plot, and it has to do with the basically the Yakuza clan from Japan. And basically my character, he's an ex-Yakuza member that was formerly with the clan, but he decided to leave. And in the short film, he's tracked down by his former crew members. And basically that's how the whole showdown happens at his dojo in Los Angeles.
So it's kind of an international show. Did you film it all? Where did you film it, by the way?
I actually filmed it in my dojo, my actual dojo that I train at. So
in Miami? Cool. Did you film it in Miami?
Yes, in Miami. So
all in Miami.
Although it was filmed in Miami, the story takes place in LA. So that's like the timeline. LA 1985, more specifically. Now,
is it your dojo? Do you teach martial arts?
I do. I teach judo, self-defense, and then obviously I do personal training as well. And then, I have my classes that I teach and I train as well, because I'm also a international competitor. So judo is really my thing and not just acting.
Yeah, that's my next thing. I don't understand the martial arts, but everybody has a specialty, and yours is judo?
It's judo.
Yeah. Where's judo from?
Judo is originally from Japan. It stems from the original martial art of Japanese jiu-jitsu, which is what the samurais used as their basically their first martial art. And judo basically expanded from 1882 when Higoto Kano, the founder of judo, first created the martial art, and then it expanded into an Olympic sport. So judo is Japanese, but it's trained worldwide from many countries, essentially.
Now, it looks like you did almost everything in the film. Did you direct, or did you have a director?
I hired a director, but I helped the director basically direct the film with the vision that I had, but also with his vision. So a lot of the fight choreography, I had set it up, but at the same time, me and the director and a few of the other guys, because the other guys are actually my friends from the dojo and from the judo community. So we all kind of got together to contribute with the fight scenes and how it would look on camera. So it was basically a collaboration of everybody together.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, is the casting. I mean, obviously you had to have Japanese characters in the film, right?
So in this case, wanted to make it a little diverse. So there is some Japanese, but there's also some people with different backgrounds. So basically, there are foreigners involved, and this is taking place in LA. So I wanted to kind of put together a little bit more of a different approach when it came to, the Yakuza in this type of film. But essentially, I wanted to get together people who actually practice judo.
Yeah.
And these are real judokas. So one of them is an Olympian, the other one is a veterans champion. So my focus was to get together people who actually had the skills and not just pretending to have the skills, if that makes sense. So I wanted to make it as natural as possible when it comes to the actual skill set.
Yeah, I get that you had to have people really trained in judo, but still, was there a lot of choreography? Was it really planned out, or did you guys just go for it?
We did plan, but sometimes we had to adjust.
Yeah.
not because we weren't prepared, but because something came better in the end,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like how, uh, you know, not only in judo, but also in acting
Yeah.
and art, sometimes we plan something, but something comes out even better in the end.
Right.
So perhaps, you know, there was a lot of times where I had a certain aspect or vision of how a move should have came out,
Right.
but then when we actually did it, something came out better.
Came out
So
better. Yeah.
I would say it was both. Yeah.
Was anybody hurt in the making of this film?
Nobody was hurt. There's a few times where I actually got punched in the stomach,
Yeah.
and there was another time where my friend, by accident, I actually stomped on his chest.
Yeah.
And again, it was just like spur of the moment.
Great.
But you know, these things happen. You know, we shake it off, and then we just keep going.
You said you're also a personal trainer. Just send me an email later how to get arms like you have. That's all I want.
Yeah. I got you.
All right, now I have your web address on the screen. What are we going to find there? Or is that's a website for the movie, dojothefilm.com, and you said that's where people could watch it?
Correct. So people can watch it there for now. I would say it's easiest to watch it there, especially internationally.
Mm-hmm.
It's on different apps, but I would say go to that website for now. It's going to be the easiest. And then there's also going to be updates on the feature film that I'm working on to Dojo. So that I plan on producing sometime next year once I get the major production budget for that film.
And will that be based on the short film?
Yes, it's going to be based on the short film, and it's going to cover a more diverse, basically a story of everything that Dojo is about, essentially.
The whole backstory. Now, I go a lot to the Internet Movie Database, imdb.com. I can't believe how many major motion pictures they made a short film like this before. I guess maybe that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Short films, it's something that it's fun. It's definitely something not easy to make, but it's definitely, in my opinion, something that requires a certain skill set to do, and so much of a little time, right, to kind of express the vision of what you want the audience to see. But I figured the short film will definitely help with the feature film project, and that's actually the idea of Dojo as well.
Now, somebody mentioned something about Guinness Book Record. Is that for this film?
Correct. So this film right now has won, as of today, 487 international film awards.
Wow.
So the last record, which was a film done by, I believe, the BBC Studios, or they were at least working with BBC Studios in London. That film was called Cognition, and their record was 383. So
wow.
We already passed that record. We plan on obviously winning more.
Yeah.
And as much as we can at the same time, getting this feature film done for next year. So,
John, I know you've been in other films. Is this the first one where you put the whole thing together?
Correct. This was the first one that I produced it, I wrote it, and I acted in it.
Wow.
Yeah. I've done other films before, but this one was the first one that I pretty much put all together at the same time.
Yeah, that is great, Jon Paul, for our audience. I know it's not your first. It's certainly not going to be your last. I hope we get to hear a lot from you. I hope you come on the show all the time. We've gone past time because I could talk to you all day. But any last thoughts you want to share with our viewers?
No, I appreciate you bringing me on. Definitely go watch the film. Go to dojothefilm.com, and we'll keep you updated on the latest on the feature film, and of course other projects that are going on.
All right, Jon Paul. Go to the website, dojothefilm.com. I have the Instagram on the screen as well, and hopefully we're going to hear a lot from Jon Paul. We'll be back with another author right after this.